All right. So talking first about Summit, I want everyone on this team to have an opportunity to earn their free ticket to Summit, because Summit is one of those events that it's hard to even put into words the way that it can propel your business forward. One, by showing people that this community is real, but two, just surrounding yourself with people who are in the same space you are, who want to prioritize their health. It is just an atmosphere that you never want to miss. And that initial investment, tickets are $175 to attend, can feel like a huge hit to the gut right out of the gate. So I want everyone to take the opportunity to earn that free ticket. So obviously you can't earn this year's ticket already because we're running out of time to do that. So if you hit the Success Starter program, you will actually earn a free ticket for 2024. So I want every new coach on our team to be striving for that. Whether or not you choose to go and use that ticket, that's totally up to you. But I want you to have that opportunity, right? I want you to work towards earning that free ticket right out of the gate. Then you have it, then you can register. You can, registration will open for the 2024 Summit at the end of Summit of this year. So it'll open like June 24th, maybe that night, maybe June 25th. That's when we'll be able to register for 2024. We'll know where it's at. We'll know where we're traveling to. We'll know the dates, and registration will open at an early bird pricing. So if you can earn that free ticket or be working towards that free ticket, when that date comes, you can then register. It doesn't cost you a dime, right? And you just like tentatively put it on your calendar. And then as we get closer to the dates, you can decide, what you want to do with it, if it's in your budget to attend, et cetera, et cetera. And you can go from there. But I want you guys to have the opportunity to earn that free ticket because it really makes the difference for a lot of first timers to be able to attend. So just in case you don't know or are unaware how to earn that free ticket, it's hitting Success Club 3 months within your first 6 months as a coach. So any 3 months in that first 6-month period, if you lock in Success Club, you earn that free ticket. And I think it is so doable. It used to be, had to be the first 3 months consecutive. Didn't matter. We didn't have that 6-month window. So they've since kind of opened it up and expanded it to allow people more opportunity to hit that. And I just want you guys to, put that in the back of your mind and be working towards that early on in your business, because you're going to be glad that you did when we start registering for next year's Summit, or when you start seeing people. If you're not going to Summit this year, you should still consider, but if you're not, then you'll be seeing people there and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I got to get there next year. Like, it is the coolest thing in the whole entire world. And we'll be sure to share all of it from there. So I want you guys to not have FOMO and be like, oh crap, I probably should have earned my free ticket and worked a little bit harder, right? So I'm going to start with that little plug. Next thing I wanted to talk about was, okay, so locking in Success Club. I think that, we've talked a little bit about Success Club 6 is a bare minimum, right? Like if you opened a gym and you paid for the building and you got equipment in there and you were running an actual physical brick and mortar gym, and you only had 3 people come into your gym that whole entire month, you'd probably have to close your doors, right? Like you'd be like, holy crap, this isn't enough to keep my gym afloat. Although for us, we have no overhead and this business is incredible. So 3 people does move our businesses forward. But what about if we eliminate that 3 as a bare minimum? And what if we were like, I'm going to help 15 people get started this month, right? Like 15 people. Where am I going to find them? How hard do I have to work to do that? How many conversations am I going to have to be having? I sent carts recently to 2 people that I encounter in person, right? I think so often we think that the only way to recruit people and to find people is to go find strangers on the internet, because they're easier to talk to than somebody we actually know or somebody that we actually see in person. And I think that comes from a shift in our confidence in what we're doing. And I think that for me, it's taken time to be able to talk about this in person, to be able to have a conversation with people about it in person. But what if we just kind of lift that ceiling and be like, I'm going to find 15 people who are ready to get started? Because I promise you, there are 15 people who could use a weight loss program in May. There are 15 people who could use a strength training program in May. There are 15 people who need the accountability that we have to manage stress, anxiety, overwhelm, mom life, right? Like there are 15 people out there. And if we just kind of like, okay, so what if you fall a little bit short of that, right? You still maybe helped 10 people and hit SC20. Not only did you pay for your own products, but you're putting massive amounts of money in your own pocket compared to what you would be with just 3. So I really want you guys to, especially in this time when we're inviting now to May 1st, it doesn't matter, it's the end of the month. We're not in crunch mode. We're actually just now opening our May boot camp, right? We're just now starting to talk about it. We're just now starting to offer what it is that we have. And I want you guys to think of today as like day 1 of this May opportunity, and go find 15 people who want to do May with you. Now, how you market May is going to be up to you. As far as what problems are you solving for your people in May? So we do have the 8-week partner program. If you don't think your people need partner level accountability to really dive in and get going in their fitness journey, then maybe promoting the 8-week partner program isn't the direction you want to go, right? I was talking to somebody on our team yesterday, and she has been struggling with more of the mental health side of things, right? Like anxiety and, depression and overwhelm and those types of things. And I said, what if you use this platform to help those people, right? This lifestyle, like she knows when she's going into an anxiety spiral, that the best thing she can do is fuel her body right and go get a workout in. Like those 2 things help pull her out of that. What if you use this platform to help those people in May, right? What if you went and talked to them and told them that you can help them with that? Get really, really specific about who you want to help in May and what problem you want to solve, and then go find those people. Where are they hiding? What are they reading? What are they looking at on social media? What bloggers do they follow? That's where you want to spend your time. And when you're talking in your stories and you're making your post, you're talking about a problem you can solve for that person. And every month, it doesn't have to be the same, right? Maybe one month you want to focus on weight loss and you want to help the girls who want to lose 10 to 15 pounds and get started on that. So that's what you're going to address. Maybe one month you want to talk about how to manage stress. Maybe one month you want to talk about how to feel confident in your body postpartum. Like there's different areas and avenues that you can focus, different problems that you can solve. We know that this platform solves everything, right? Like you're going to feel the best you ever felt. You're going to have more energy you've ever had. You're going to see the body you've always been dreaming of. Like you follow the fitness, you follow the nutrition, and you can't go wrong. But maybe each month, if you just plug away at one thing, then you're going to connect with more people. When you invite everyone, you invite no one, right? And that's so true. And it was so hard for me to understand when I first started this business. But if you're talking to, I can help anybody lose 10 pounds this month, nobody really listens. And somebody asked me, one of our newer coaches asked me yesterday or someday this week, I'm posting in my stories, I'm talking in my stories, I'm posting polls, and I'm not getting anyone. No one is responding to me. And I want you to know that that is normal. Nobody responds to any of us ever in any of our polls. Very, very, very rarely. But I want you to think of it like this. If your daughter's friend, okay, a friend that, or son, I just assume everyone has a daughter. I don't know. Your child's friend at school was having a birthday party, right? And their parents posted online, hey, my daughter or son is having a birthday party. It's next Saturday at noon. Hope you can make it. You're going to read it and go, cool, have fun, right? But what about if your child brought home an invitation that said, hey, Macy, I'd love to have you at my birthday party. It's Saturday at noon. Can you make it? And they hand them that personal invitation. What's the chances that your child goes to the birthday party because they got a handwritten invitation versus the chances that you just show up because you saw a mass invite on the internet, right? That's very, very similar to what we do. When you blast it on the internet, you're inviting everyone. No one's going to be like, oh, she's talking to me, right? It's then your job to use that public invitation to reach out and say, hey, I'm not sure if you saw, but I'm hosting a group in May, and I think it would be perfect for you. Would you like to do it for me? And it's when you make that effort to invite them personally that they feel a pull to come do it with you, because now all of a sudden you're gonna help take care of them, right? Like they're trusting that you're going to do this with them. They're believing that this can then work for them because you put that personal touch in there. So yes, it's important that we do the public mass invite, that people know they have the opportunity to join us, that people can see what we do, but that's just to build that trust. It's that personal invite that's going to change the game. So don't feel bad if nobody's responding to your polls, if nobody's jumping in your groups by sliding the bar. That's giving people an opportunity, those people who just know, maybe people know you, maybe people don't want to communicate with you. Some people are like, have a, super introverts and they don't want to talk to you. You may get a straggler here or there that way, but it's not how most of us get most of our people. It is not. So don't feel bad about that, but also let that fuel you. You have to carve pockets out of your day to connect and invite every day. It doesn't have to be a certain number. I've never been the coach that says go invite 10 people every single day, because I wholeheartedly believe you shouldn't just invite people to invite people. If you're not having a conversation that takes you to an invite, you shouldn't invite them, right? You shouldn't just message somebody out of the blue and be like, hey, you want to do a program with me? I haven't talked to you in 15 years. I have no idea what you're even doing in your life, but would you like to do a program with me, right? Maybe spend some time connecting with them first. And if that feels weird, just be a human. Just have a conversation, right? Like you don't have to make it weird. You don't have to be fishing for information. Just getting them in your stories is enough to then send that invitation, right? Like, because they're already at your table, they're already seeing what you're doing, they're in your store. It's okay to ask if you can help them. Anybody have any questions on any of that? Questions, comments, concerns? I just want you guys to be able to like shift your mindset a little and know that it does take work and effort to go out there and connect with people, but it's so worth it. I also wanted to mention that the first year of your business is the hardest year of your business, because you're building that client base and you're having to find your 15, whatever that number is, new, fresh people every single month, right? You're going out, you're connecting, you're finding new people every single month. And every time a new month starts, if you're anything like me, the first of the month comes, this whelm of anxiety hits and you're like, oh my goodness, where am I going to find these people this month? I have no idea. I don't even have anyone, right? And you just do it. You just go and you do the things. But once you hit that 1 year mark of your coaching business, you don't have to work any harder, right? The work stays the same, but my numbers get to like almost double, because now the people I signed up last May, their bot is going to renew. So I get to reach out to them and say, hey, do you want to get re-going for $20? I can add an entire month of supplements to your package. Is that something you would like to do? Right. And all of a sudden my Success Club numbers become easier because I'm a year into the business. And guess what? At 2 years into the business, now I have the people from May of last year and the people in May the year before that, plus my new people in May. So you can see how year after year in this business, your work doesn't change, but your income compounds. It's like magic income, right? Because it just gets easier, but the work doesn't have to get harder, which is pretty cool. That's how you scale your business, right? Like that's how your business scales. And that's why a lot of people quit when they first get started, because that first year is dirty and it feels muddy and it feels like you're kind of running in quicksand and it's really hard. Even in my first year of coaching, I had moments where I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. Like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to quit. I can't do this. And then I was like, what bad comes out of me just refusing to quit? Nothing, right? Nothing. I stay focused on my own personal journey. You can't really fail. Maybe you don't hit your personal goals, but you can't really fail. Even if you help one person, you're succeeding, right? So I just want you guys to remember that and just have that grit deep down in your belly where you just refuse to quit and like promise yourself you'll be here in 5 years and then look back and be like, yeah, I remember that one time when she told me like things were going to get way easier and my money was going to just like skyrocket and I wasn't going to have to work any harder. She was right, right? You're going to say that. Trust me. Okay, so boot camp starts off May 1st. I'm planning to do the T25 super block. That is my plan. There are the 4 body blocks. So when I'm in, oh my goodness, you guys, I'm sweating, like, whew, sweating. I'm fired up today. So I'm inviting to that, and saying things like, would you like to, I'm kicking off the May 1st, I'm doing a partner project program where you can join with a partner. It's not required. They absolutely don't have to have a partner if somebody doesn't want a partner. I'll be doing the T25 Super Block, but you can choose any program that works best for you. I'm not requiring people to pay the $29 or to have a subscription to unlock T25. That's totally up to them. If they want to do one of the free Super Blocks, I'm completely okay with that. I'm not going to force a program on them that doesn't feel right. Shaun T is not everyone's cup of tea, and I recognize that. So I'm excited to be entertained. Maybe he will take his pants off. I have no idea, but we will find out. So to be determined. I don't know. So that's what I'm doing. That's my plan is I'm starting May 1st. So I am inviting this week primarily to coaching because we have the new coach partner mentorship starting on Monday. And then next week, I'm really shifting gears and going hard on the boot camp. Now you'll see me talking about both because I want people to know they have both opportunities to get started. But that's what I'm doing behind the scenes. If I'm talking to them, I'm inviting to the coaching program next week. If I'm inviting to a challenge, I'm inviting them to that on May 1st. If they want a partner, don't have a partner, then on the Google form, they can say that, and we will match all those people up who don't have a partner. So I think we've got 2 in there so far who don't have a partner. So we'll just, as it gets closer, I'm going to just send one mass email with everyone who's in there and really kind of match them up. Some people, I didn't put a spot in the form for you to tell me who your partner is. So I don't know if some people in there who already have a partner, their other partner registered too. I have no idea like who people's partners are. That was really silly of me to not ask that, but we'll send an email and we'll kind of get everybody paired up. And then before we start May 1st, I'll definitely have a list of like person A and B, person, so that we know who all the partners are and everybody, it's like super clear. But yes, we will pair people up who don't have a partner. I'm not planning to participate just because I don't know, like I'm not going to miss a workout. I'm not going to miss a shake. Like whoever's my partner is going to get all the points, right? Because I do all the things every single day without question. So I'm not planning to participate, but you absolutely can. If you want that level of accountability and you want to join with one of your new people or you want to, be somebody's partner, feel free to. And yeah, I would recommend that they fill out the form. That's going to be the best way to get into that email thread. So the email link should be in our team page. If anybody needs it, let me know. What else did I have to say? I think that is it. Does anybody have any questions or things you guys want to talk about, things you're struggling with? Just allow yourself, a 30-minute pocket a day at a minimum to sit down and connect and invite. If you can put that in your calendar, it could really, really help. I had a girl message me the other day and she's like, I don't know if I look like I make a lot of money. I don't know if I come across the internet like I make a lot of money with this business. I don't know how that works because I've never actually said how much I make on the internet. But it must appear that I make a lot. I don't know. And she sent me a message and she's like, how much money or how much time do you have to give this business to make that kind of money? And I was like, honestly, it's not hours a day. It's just being intentional. It's sitting down in pockets and doing the things. Like you can't spend time creating graphics if you haven't hit Success Club. You can't take time, drafting this beautiful whatever, this post, if you haven't hit Success Club. If I haven't hit Success Club, our graphics for check-in are just like they're just whatever, right? They take me like 2 seconds to just type Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because that's not an income producing activity, right? Like I got to focus on what's going to make money first and then make things pretty and extra. But yes, staying consistent on posting, staying consistent on sharing in your social media, things more than just your workouts is really where you connect with people. What did I share the other day? Oh, about hiring a house cleaning company. You wouldn't believe the messages I got in my inbox about hiring a cleaning company, like a deep cleaning company. It's not fitness related at all, but it gave people that connection point. And it doesn't mean that I'm signing them up initially. Like I'm not even sending them an invite, but what it means is that we're just building that relationship. And that's the stuff that is so hard in the beginning because it feels like you're wasting your time, right? You're just trying to get to Success Club, but you're having these conversations that aren't necessarily leading you to that yet, but they're worth it down the road. Yeah, honestly, I was told in the beginning, if you haven't hit Success Club, you can't create a graphic, period. Like that's the rule. You do not create a graphic if you have not hit Success Club, because a graphic is not going to generate a sale. It really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. And it helps you with the inviting or whatever. But I was told that you don't touch Canva if you have not hit Success Club, because your time needs to be in connecting and inviting, period. Get there fast. Because if you want to do pretty graphics, cool, work for it. Same thing. Some people love Netflix, right? Or they love television, or they love to binge on something, or they love to like read books or whatever. That's cool. But be like, I can't do it till I hit Success Club. Maybe you'll now hit Success Club in the first 3 days of the month, right? You're like, I love to go shopping. I love to just spend hours and go shopping. I'm not going shopping until I hit Success Club, right? Like all my extra time is going into connecting and inviting. And I'm going hard and I'm sitting down in every single pocket. Once I hit it and lock it in, then I can move on. So find that thing that you like to do with your extra time and tell yourself you don't get it till you hit Success Club, right? It's amazing what that shift does, because that's exactly what I do. I do nothing extra unless I've hit Success Club. I remember, now I'm just rambling, so if you need to go, I understand, but I remember being on a team call like early on, and they were like, well, what are you sacrificing to grow this business? And somebody even made the comment, like they were missing like date night with their husband or something to stay home and work their business. And I remember thinking like, you are insane. Like I'm not giving up anything in my life to run this business. And I'm going to tell you, 4 years in, I still feel the same way. I would never give up date night with my husband. I would never give up missing one of my kids' sporting events. Those are why I do this. 100% why I do this. I'll give up Netflix. I'll give up scrolling on my phone. I'll give up those types of things. So I want you to think about like, where do you waste time? I guarantee you do it. Maybe you don't want to admit it, but I guarantee you do it. Where do you waste time that you could tell yourself, I'm not doing that until I hit Success Club, right? I want to work hard because I want time, freedom to go to all my kids' things. And I want extra money to, if I want to pay my babysitter $100 and take my husband, go with my husband on a date night and spend another $100 on a date night, that $200 doesn't even impact our budget at all. So obviously I'm not giving those two things up because it's literally what I work for. But I gave up a lot of other stuff, especially early in my business. I realized that my husband and I would go to bed and we would just watch TV. And we didn't talk. We didn't communicate with one another. We like laid in bed next to each other and like watched TV. So I just had a conversation with him. I'm like, you enjoy watching TV. I really don't. So I'm going to use this time to work my business. I'll still be here with you, right? Like we can still be together. But if we're not having a conversation anyways, and we're not like bonding anyways, then I'm going to build my business. Now, 4 years later, I don't work in the evening like that. That time is for us. We do whatever we want to do. I still don't watch TV, but whatever. I don't work my business in the evenings like that because I don't have to, right? Because I found other pockets and I do it differently now. But in the beginning when I was building, and it was like, remember, I told you that first year is hard. You got to be willing to like make those sacrifices to get past that. It does get easier, but you've got to be willing to put in the work. And if you're not willing to sacrifice anything now, your business is not going to be super scalable in the future, which kind of stinks to hear. But it's true. You've got to be willing to put in the work. That was kind of dark. Sorry. I don't like to be dark. We do. Oh, you guys, I'm serious. I'm soaked. I got 3 minutes left. We do have our photo shoot scheduled for whatever day that is. I can't remember. Here we are with sacrifices. And I told you I wasn't going to miss any of my kids' sporting events. They ended up putting a ball game on the schedule for that Friday. it is what it is. I'm going to miss my daughter's t-ball game because we already have this scheduled, and it is a huge priority for me to spoil you guys with a photo shoot because that content is so valuable. When I go to post and I'm like, crap, I don't have a picture, I don't feel like taking a picture, then I just don't post. If you can go stockpile a bunch of pictures, so on the days you don't feel like taking a photo or anything like that, and you can just go into your little gallery and grab one, oh, it's magical. So I want to give that to everyone who's Emerald and everyone who has put Success Club points on the board last month or this month. No, this month or next month. That's what I meant to say. So we have that chat pod going, and we're planning, if you're not in there, get in there. We're planning on blues and all shades of blue, light blue, dark blue, baby blue, and whites. So any combination of those, if you have white pants and a blue top, white pants, blue, I don't care, any combo that you want to do. That's going to be the color scheme. And they're going to be all outside. We're going to be just walking around downtown Midland and snapping photos. If you're not comfortable in a sports bra, wear a tank top. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to wear something that you're uncomfortable in. Wear what you're comfortable in. There's no rules, right? Like, I want you to be comfortable. That's what I want most. So wear something. And if you have something in your closet and you don't have blue that you feel comfortable in, please send me a message, because we can find another way to make this work. I don't want you to go spend a bunch of money on clothes, but I want you to feel confident and beautiful, whatever that means for you. If it's a long sleeve shirt, if it's a short sleeve shirt, it's a tank top, if it's your sports bra, whatever you want to do as far as a fitness shoot goes. I wouldn't recommend blue jeans. That's the only thing I probably would say. Please don't wear blue jeans. Doesn't really match for a fitness shoot, but whatever else you want to wear is cool. When you have a photo shoot like this, and I don't know the exact number of girls we're going to have yet, and we're still kind of, people are still trying to earn that, but it's going to go fast. It's going to be very quick. So we're going to do group shots, and then we're going to do individual shots. Feel free to put on a hat, throw on a sweater, throw on a jacket. You can even throw on a fancy top, like a sweater. Okay, so it's May. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like, but you know what I mean? Like a blouse or whatever, and take your hair out of a ponytail, and you could do a headshot, right? Like if you just wanted some street clothes headshots, it's gonna be hard to change pants like while we're out and moving and walking, but you could throw on a blouse over a sports bra and fluff your hair like this and grab a head up, just a headshot, right? Like those things are possible. So just start thinking about, if you had 15 minutes to get as many pictures as you wanted with this photographer, like, how could you change it up so you don't have 35 pictures where you're in the exact same outfit and scenario, right? Can I throw on something? Can I, switch it up just a little bit? So just think about that. And I promise you'll get better. Like my first photo shoot, I probably had like, one or two different outfits. And by now I'm like, I can whip through like 6 outfits in 15 minutes, right? Like, so you'll get better. But even if you get just a handful of photos at this first photo shoot, like anybody who's going to Summit is going to get, another stockpile rush then. So we're only talking 1 month and you get another boost of pictures. And my goal is to kind of keep this going where you guys can get these photo shoots often, because they're really powerful. So if you have any questions, hop in that chat pod, ask me, shoot me a message, whatever works. And then we'll do photos at 6. And then anybody who has time, we'll plan to just walk and grab dinner somewhere after, kind of as a team, just to hang out. So I think it'll be fun. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Chandler, what's up?
Really quick. So I had actually two people recently sign up as partners. I don't think they want to necessarily coach. They just want to do the partner. But where do I begin? Like how do I mentor them really? Like I don't even know if they're really comfortable. I know one is not comfortable sharing online that she's like doing this. Like right now, she wants to just sign up like people that she knows, and isn't really wanting to like post about it. She's straight up said like, I am not confident posting about it yet. The other one, she just signed up, so I'm not really sure where she stands quite yet with that. But what should like my first step with like mentoring them be?
So we have a new partner program mentorship starting Monday. So I would offer that to them if they want to do that. The girl who's not ready to post on social media, I would just spend some time teaching her share a cart. And there's no reason to teach her social media. There's no reason to teach her, what to share, when to share, how to share stories, like any of that. The only thing you can teach her is share a cart and make sure she's like having conversations. I would also teach her the Success Starter program and let her know about it and that she could earn a free ticket to Summit for next year. Find out what is motivating her. Like, what does she want? How much money? What is her goals, right? Like, what kind of goals does she have? Because then you can bring that back, right? Like, I know you didn't want to share, but if you want to hit $1,000 a month, like, we got to get you doing X, Y, and Z, right?
Right now, I know it's just like to get supplements. That's her main thing. Like, I think she just signed somebody up, which I don't know how to tell if somebody underneath of me signed somebody. Is there a way that you can tell?
So I often watch two things. I'll go in my coach online back office, and in the bottom left-hand corner, it says how many new people to your organization. That'll tell you how many coaches and preferred customers have been added to your entire downline. So I can see people that aren't even on our team, right? That like Nicole's team that roll up through me. So you'll see everybody there. So that's how you know if they've added a coach or a preferred customer. Another way you can do that is through your sponsorship drill down. So you'll see everybody, your team, and then if they have a little arrow next to them, that means they have people like under them, and you can expand that and see who's under them. If they sign up just a client, the only way to see it is through volume. So I'll go in my back office and you don't even want to know how many times a day I look at what our volume is on our team, but I'll look at the volume. And if those numbers go up, then you can click on it. The volume will show up under. So if Chandler signs up a customer, then Chandler's number goes up for me. So I can then click on that number and I can see where it's coming from. So I can see your new customer. If you sign up a coach or preferred customer, their name shows up, right? So like now I have a whole new person. So it doesn't show me that it's under Chandler in that volume view unless it's a customer.
Okay, that's super confusing, but I'm going to go in there and play around with it and try to figure it out.
Let me show you really quick. Can you see my screen if I share it? Let me see. I know you're on your phone, so I don't know if it'll work completely, but. Okay. So I'll show you guys a quick online coach office tutorial that I look at every single day. So the first thing I always look at is this volume, and this is going to show me. So here's my carryover volume. This is, you guys, this is how you get team cycle bonus. This is where the money comes for team cycle bonus. What you see in carryover is what's left from last week. So you have to have 200 in one, 100 in the other in order to cycle. That's what's left after all of those cycles happened last week. So they just compound into whatever happens this week. You can see nobody on my right leg has done anything yet today. This just reset today, right? But here's what's happened on my left leg. There's 199 in volume. If I want to know, like, well, what is that volume? Where's it coming from? Did Chandler sign up a new customer? Then I go under reports. Sorry, I gotta like move you guys. And then I click volume report. And that's going to show me the very specific breakdown of where those numbers came from. And it's all clickable. You can go like super deep. So I'm only looking at this first week. There's that 199 that I saw, and it shows me exactly where it's coming from. Right? Like I can see K's name, I can click on it. I can see that somebody under K ordered a 3-day refresh. Like I can see all of that detail. So that's really helpful. I look at this. I can't even tell you all day long. I look at this because I want to know where we're growing, and I want to know, like, I have multiple business centers, so I want to know where to put volume. The other thing that I look at often is, I'm gonna get this back out of my way. That part where I was talking about if people are being added to your team down here on new people in your organization. So this one's been really, really helpful for me. If I click on this, this is where I know if we have new coaches or preferred customers added to our organization within the last week. So they'll pop up here. If that number goes up, I can see, Katie signed up somebody yesterday, right? So that's very, very helpful. The last thing that I mentioned that I look at a lot, mine is going to be really, really ugly and hard to comprehend, but sponsorship drill down is going to show you everybody who's under you. So that's not going to show you volume for outside of the team. These are people that just coaches and preferred customers that you've signed up. But then you can see if they have an arrow next to them, that means they have people under them. So then you can start to kind of drill down and see what's going on. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Yes, that actually helped quite a bit. And I just need to get on there and like play around on there too.
I spend so much time in there. Like knowing your business from that level is powerful in my opinion. It helps me understand how we make money, where our income comes from, where my income specifically is coming from. I spend a lot of time in there. I typically know somebody's signed up before anybody on our team knows that they've signed somebody up, right? Because I'm in there so much. Yeah, I hope that helps. Any other questions before we hop off? Okay, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out a few minutes late. Hopefully that was helpful. And if you guys have any questions, as always, you know where to find me. Have an awesome rest of your Thursday.